Hello, everyone. I'm CPAP Lewis, and welcome back to the Virtual Writer. Again, we're going to continue doing the stories that like we were before. Excuse me, like last week. It is. I haven't written this week's yet at all, so I have seven to go. We'll probably go through one story again. I do want to say, like as I did last week, just show the process, do it with you as is in screen. Also, there's every open suggestions. So please leave comments in the video on YouTube. Great to do if anyone has any story ideas. One thing I do want to address is with this, I never know what I'm going to write, or I might have a vague idea here and there. Usually I just sit down, okay, I need seven stories, 100 words each, what comes to mind, and as I write, they come. It may not be the best way to write for some. For me, it works. I'm a pantser. Others, not so much. Others are a little bit, really fix a little bit. Other people need to be more planning. They need to, be more on top of it. So, I mean, it's like say, whatever you do, whatever works best for you. That's it. Whatever you do, it's whatever is best for you. That's the beginning, middle, and end of the whole thing. All right, so let's get started here. You can see how the document's all set up. Like I said, all the previous ones here. April 15th. Actually, you know what? This one would be a good one for tax day. For those in the United States, we know tomorrow is the last day to do taxes for the year. It's our annual day, which is fun, stressful, and other things. The only question is, what do we want to write about? What can we do about it? Is there something we can do? We're going to put any thoughts in it. So let's just say in this case, let's just start with say getting ready for it. All right. Let's see what we come up with. Oops. Okay. It's like as mentioned before. Actually, I'm sorry. I should have shrank this down some. My apologies. As I said, just wrote it again, just as we were doing here. It's fairly simple. It's a typical thing where we're always running around. I figure why not? Because we always have it. We have that. I mean, I know at least for me, we're getting ready to go to taxis. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I keep everything together, so it's not going to get lost. But yet, I'm paranoid. I'm forgetting something. I don't have this. I don't have that. Did I check this? Did I check that? I just go, crazy sometimes. It's very stressful, and a lot of people have a whole lot of fun come tax year. It is what it is. It can't be helped. Um, But it's really not too bad when you keep it organized. You keep everything together. It's more just us, playing games in our heads, and as other writers I'm sure know, that happens quite a bit. So in this one, like I said, I wrote this. He's running around. I just wrote this right now. He's running around trying to find. This time he has other receipts. He's sure he's forgetting receipts. It's like, and he can't find them. He's like, he's willing to sit there. Okay, maybe if I just roll the dice, it won't be that bad. And I never. And I'm the first one to say, you never mess with the government money. Pay your taxes. Don't play games. I'm just saying. That's just my personal advice. I'm always straight up and honest about that. It's like, I owe you. Here you go. We're good. And his wife saved him. So this would be normally a bigger story. I mean, I kind of shortened it because it's 103 words now. So because of my rules, as I didn't say in the beginning, but in the last episode, where to do the stories a day to make it easier and feasible, I limit it to 100 words per story. So it's going to be 100 words. A short story. Now I can make them long stories. I can write, say, a 700-word story and have parts. I think 2017, I might have done one with actually that's the whole month or most of the month. So that's like, I'm just kind of write it out and then divide it up. Problem, this is where it gets tricky. You want to try to, at least for me, trying to get these to fit in this parameter. And you'll know that if we do ever decide to, um, submit a short story to a publication, to a magazine or a book, they'll have parameters. It's parameters. It's got to be this few words to this many words or this many pages or whatever. I mean, it has different different things. Even something at a local library. It's always different parameters and different expectations. Excuse me. So, it's something we have to be mindful. And that's where it kind of comes in, like, word usage comes into play. I love passive voice. I just do. I love the had beens, the was thinking, the had been thinking. I just love those. I just love the verbiage sometimes. I mean, doesn't always work. Like you're doing a more action fast-paced scene, you don't want to use it. But for me, I just kind of like them in general. It's just kind of, it just feels right. It's not grammatically incorrect, but it's not acceptable. It's not the quote cool thing right now. So it is what it is. It hasn't been for a few years, but I do like it. But again, each your own. So for me, it's always okay. What am I going to take out of here? Like, where am I going to take? What words am I going to take out of the document? I mean, it's if I'm using passive voice, what do I do? It's like okay. So it's so yeah, some of the things you could take out, like just say like he's right with himself instead of the professionals. You could take out instead of professionals, or in a right race with the professionals. But that takes out those words, and that's right there. That's probably our easiest edit. And right there, okay, he's a right race with the professionals. As you can see right here in the bottom, I'm highlighting the pointer. It's 100 words. That's great. Okay, we just got it. Actually, it's a lot easier than I want to say it's a lot easier than I can make it sound or that it seems. Because once you get going, you just go. I mean, we've all experienced that. You start writing, you get the idea, it flows. The hard part is finding that off switch when you get to enough, or when are we done with it? Are we gonna, do we have more to say? Do we not have more to say? And if we have just another sense of okay, what's needed? What thoughts needed? What, like say like the dialogue tag, like here, like he had thought. It's like okay. Normally, yes, let me make italicize as fast. That's not a grammatical rule. If you use italics, you don't need to have a tag. If you use a tag, you don't need italics. Personally, I like both. There's just because it's not confusion. Again, it's just easier for me. Less confusion is good. But that's something we've all heard probably sometime. Like I said, like that one, he thought he could have just had it italics. Period. In a sentence, obviously, it's his thoughts, and then continue on that way. Like he thought as could have taken that out and made he begin a new sentence. So there's always some kind of variation. We may not even think it. It might be stuff like I said. Anytime it's editing, it hurts because it's like we're hurting our darlings. These are babies. It's we like the way they are. We want them to be accepted as they are. It's like they're not the final product. It's like having pets or kids. They come out, they're not the finished product. They got to grow, they got to mature, evolve. Same with our stories. It's they got to grow and evolve, and this is part of it just to try to keep it within the framework of the rules. So I mean, this one, that's actually pretty done. I'm actually surprised it's a lot easier because I was actually thinking of not doing this one and maybe doing a different one because I wasn't sure what I would do with this. I mean, it's just like I said, for me, that's how my mind works. I mean, I can just see like a bird fly overhead and I can come up with a story idea. Others, not so much. And that's the whole thing. Never feel pressure. I mean, we're putting enough pressure on ourselves to write a story that we like. Are we doing it right? Are we doing this right? Are we doing that? It's no pressure. Don't ever let anyone put that pressure on you where you have to do this fast or do it this way unless it's something that you willingly sign up for and you know it going in. Because we are the creators of our world. Our writing is our world. Okay? So I probably should say this on the podcast, my writer's mind, but it works here. Okay, and as for the title, like I cannot spell today. I'm crushing everything. It's like let's see, it's like see, right here, my thinking is I almost want to do. Anyone remembers watching like wrestling or other things? Like I'm trying to think of a name. Michael Buffer. Michael Buffer. He was like, "Let's get ready to rumble." He has a great opening for wrestling events or sporting events, whatever he's doing. And that's kind of think of the title there. It's tax time. Yeah, it is. It's kind of weak, because you always want to kind of get something a little bit juicier, maybe, or descriptive. So it's like, let's see, it's tax time. It's like just throwing a couple ideas out here. Okay, let's get rid of tax. Like you said again, for me that's just cheesy. I think just because I like it simple and eat, and I'm not too flash or plastic, but it's tax time. Yeah, I mean it's just. But again, this is personal preference. What we want to convey. And as I mentioned before, I found, especially it goes on my blog, and it's the biolog. It's CP. And my name is cpbialois.wordpress.com. I set up throughout the week, so they're set to go every day at 1 o'clock. But then I put them on. I do like a video version of them on TikTok and Instagram. I put up in the morning around I think it's 7 and 8 because it's just easier instead of waiting for because of the WordPress they don't share to TikTok. To Twitter anymore unless you pay some fees, and I don't want to, so I forget to share them until sometimes 7 and 8 o'clock at night. But if that's this way on TikTok or Instagram, I can share them right away. They're shared. I don't have to worry about remembering them later on or forgetting them. So that's me being lazy. That's me, just trying to make things a little easier. It's like because it's like I hate the way this is going to sound, but it's like, yeah, I mean it's lazy, it's smart, it's efficient, but it's like for me, it's just I want to make it as easy as possible, as smooth as possible, and we all do. It's like typos. Talk while I'm typing. That works out great. Excuse me. Throat's really dry today. But it's like so. It's always about what works for us. Plenty of tools out there. And I said, I mean, this one will obviously go for tomorrow. So if you want to check my blog out then, you can see it live around 1 p.m. or my TikTok or Instagram. eWhite1127 is my sign on those. So, by all means, I mean, check them out. If you want, I also share them to Twitter, so you see them there. Excuse me. Okay. They say kicked on, all of a sudden I kicked something in my throat. Anyway, it's like, so I mean, stop by, check it out, and let me try to think. Like I said, I'm getting I got a decent response to these, a couple of views, not huge, but it's just beginning. Anyone has any thoughts, opinions? You want me to discuss something? You want me to write a certain story, whatever? You have an idea? We can basically go through that and troubleshoot down here if you'd like. That's good. Let me know what you guys like. Think about it. What you want to see? And let's save this document. There we go. Well, thank you for joining me, guys. This is the virtual writer. Hopefully I get to do this live at some point with live feedback from everybody, which should be chaotic and fun. Everything's pretty much chaotic and fun. You gotta love it. We're level writer. All right. So Thank you for joining me, guys. If you could please like, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and have an awesome day. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Remember, let your imaginations fly.